Hello Libra. So this is Christina Del Rey with your forecast for the year of 2022. I first want to talk about your ruler, Venus, going retrograde. And this is begins in December of 2021, but we go right into 2022 with it retrograde. So very important time for you. Venus is retrograding in a part of the sky that has to do with your home, your family of origin, your parents, maybe the house that you live in. And what you're doing is you are reconsidering your values, what you value in the home, maybe what you value with your family. But you're looking at your own self-worth. You're looking at maybe the worth of your house. What values your family possesses. This is a very karmic part of the chart too, and it has to do with ancestors as well. So this could be you looking at the values of your ancestors and deciding if you still align with those values. It could be you looking at the values of your family and deciding if you still agree with those values or not. When we have Venus retrograde, a lot of times we say, what really matters to me in this area of my life? So what really matters to me in family? Do our values align? What works and what doesn't? So the relationships with your family. What is working? What isn't? What are your goals in your relationships with your family? And it can be practical as well. As far as looking at the value of a home, even perhaps. It could be a home business, perhaps, that you're kind of realigning your values for. But this, there'll be two key moments in this Venus retrograde, and I think those key moments are going to be when Pluto meets Venus in the sky, and I think that's going to be around December 11th, 2021. Again, December 25th, 2021, and then for the 2022, you will understand this better in March 4th of 2022. You will understand, and it's likely that something will have to be purged, but you will understand it a lot better once March rolls around. Okay, and we want to talk about Mercury retrograde as well, and what the key dates for those are. Because Mercury retrograde kind of forces us to rethink things, slows us down. It's kind of annoying, right? But we have a Mercury retrograde January 14th, and that's happening in a part of the chart that has to do with your romantic relationships, also the children that you have or the children that you want, and any creative projects that you're involved with. It's also going to retrograde a little bit into your home and family too. So you're going to have to look at communicating with children in your life and your romantic partners in your life, and watch for miscommunications as well. And if you are buying or selling a home, you're just going to want to double check the paperwork on that. May 10th, Mercury retrograde in Gemini and Taurus. So that is happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with education, legal matters, philosophy, and travel as well. So it also goes back a little bit into your 8th house, which has to do with finances, like shared finances. So there's going to be, like I said, if there's any paperwork or anything like that, or this could be your partner's money as well, but any communications around that might be a little fuzzy. September 9th, Mercury retrograde in Libra and Virgo. So this is going to affect you, pretty much because it is your sign. So, expect that. People, when Mercury retrograde is happening in your sign, could be anything, really. How people see you, anything. So, just be prepared for that. And if things keep happening, you have to question yourself, why? What is this trying to tell me? Why do I need to slow down? That kind of thing. December 29th, we also have a Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. And, again, we're revisiting the home area and communications around that, but that doesn't happen until the end of the year. I do want to talk a little bit about Mars retrograde in October of 2022. So that's happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with those legal matters, education, philosophies, and wisdom and sharing wisdom. And for you, Mars might, in that part of the sky, Mars might be difficult to act on something, even if you're traveling or something. There could be like actions that are out of your control at that time. But when Mars is retrograde, we want to take a look at our power and how our actions are supporting our power, and how we can be more strategic, how we're communicating our power, because it is in Gemini. So what are we doing to educate ourselves on our actions and asserting our power? Action becomes a little more difficult, so we have to go within, and we kind of have to summon our internal power. So, and Mars only goes retrograde like once every 2 years, so that is an important one for you. If you're going back to school, that might be really beneficial. If you are in a legal situation, you may have to rethink your actions and be more strategic. Okay, and then we have Jupiter is going to be in Pisces, which is a good placement for you. It's going to be in your 6th house of work and daily routine and health. So it could bring blessings to your health. It could expand your work as well. So if you own a business, this could bring some expansion, and there might be opportunity for expansion in this area. Actually, that brings there would be an opportunity to make some money too, because Jupiter is going to make a sextile to Uranus in your 8th house, and 8th house is shared resources. So anybody, any money that's coming to you from outside sources, investors, that kind of thing, luck and opportunities, but require action. But it sort of frees you up too. But you're rethinking how you're going to make more money, basically, how you're going to handle making more money in your daily work. Okay, and I want to talk about the eclipses. So we do have the eclipse axis is going to be your 8th house and your 2nd house this year. So when eclipses happen, they are game changers usually. And some you feel more than others, but there's a shift, because as humans, we don't like to shift. We like to stay where we are, and eclipses make it impossible not to shift. So we have a solar eclipse on April 30th in Taurus. We have a lunar eclipse May 15th in Scorpio. And we have a solar eclipse in Scorpio, and we have a lunar eclipse in Taurus. So all year long, these two polarities are going to be triggered, and there's a lesson there of some kind. So the nodes are going to move into these areas, and you will be looking at the North Node in the 8th house, the South Node in the 2nd house. So what you are letting go of is anything that gets in the way of your self-esteem and self-worth. You could be purging a way that you used to make money. You could be purging some material that no longer serve you. Whatever is going, you need to let go, because you need to make room for what's coming in. And what's coming in, it looks like that there could be money through shared resources. So anybody investing in a company of yours, anybody, like maybe you have a marriage partner or a partner that you live with, and you're sharing money on assets with them. You're rethinking how you have your assets or how you have your shared money. Also too, Taurus is money. Taurus is also security too. So you're rethinking your security, maybe your retirement. This could be, you're rethinking how you're being secure, and you're getting rid of some values that maybe you had before that are no longer serving you. But you're creating new values and new security. So this is a good thing. Let it go if it has to go, and develop new goals. And yeah, we want to, and the nodal shift happens actually in January. So you'll be working on this from all the way through, probably like about around 18 months. And this one is also good for intimacy as well. So if there is a romantic relationship coming, if there is a romantic relationship that you are in, it is likely that you will find new ways to be intimate, new ways to be closer to each other. And also too, you might, because this is like deep psychological stuff, you might be able to let go of some deep psychological things that have a hold on you. If you were paying attention to what was coming in November 19th of 2021, it is likely to involve that. All right, so I think that is all for Libra. Jupiter does go into, I should tell you this too, Jupiter does go into Aries. It will happen from May to October, and that's going to happen in your zone of personal relationships too, like marriage partnerships, business partnerships. So this is really good, Libra, because if you're looking for a partner or you're looking for a business partner, this could bring you blessings. So pay attention. All right, Libra, have a great year.